Hey guys, I'm Daisho, and I am here bringing you guys another draft, and this one is another Dark Ascension Innistrad draft. Just going to briefly explain what a draft is for those of you who haven't seen these videos before. A draft is basically where I get together with a couple of my friends, and we get 8 of us together, and then basically just open a pack of magic cards, take one card out, pass the rest to our left, and then our friends are going to pass us the pack to their their pack, and then basically we build a deck. We do that 3 more times, and then voila, eventually we have a deck. So that's how this whole thing works. And I just record it, and I'll try to explain exactly what I'm thinking when I'm thinking it. So basically, while I'm waffling over my first decision, I just wanted to tell you guys an exciting new thing that I'm going to be doing for my channel. Hopefully it's exciting for you guys. So basically, I'm going to be live streaming myself doing Magic Online drafts. Probably I'm going to do one a week. I did it a lot over winter break. I mean, not over spring break, and I know a lot of people enjoyed them, so hopefully you guys will be excited for these, and that it'll be pretty cool for you. So I don't know how much you guys are going to be excited, but I know some people will probably enjoy them. And I basically just do them on Magic Online, which is just a program that lets us do basically this exact thing. So go check out my live stream, and the first one is going to be this Wednesday at about 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Eastern Time this Wednesday. I'll do one of those drafts. So anyway, my first pack is Briar Pack Alpha. He is a 4-cost 3/3 that whenever it enters the battlefield, target creature gets +2/+2. He's really cool as a trick, and he's actually one of the best in the format. There's actually a whole bunch of 4-cost tricks. There's Nephalia Sea Kite, Hollow Henge Servant, and Briar Pack Alpha, so they're all pretty good. And then my my neighbor passes me some mediocre green cards, a Death Caress, and Farbog Boneflinger, I think, is in the same pack, as well as a Hellvault. So there's some pretty good black cards, but in general, I don't really like running black in this format. And Hellvault is a really interesting card. Once you get it out and you have 7 lands, then you basically win. So that's pretty awesome. And here, I take this as a really large signal from my neighbors. So basically, I have a Fire Summon Death, but I know I just passed a Death Caress and a Farbog Boneflinger. So I know that somebody to my left is going to be either red-black or in black in some way. So I don't really want to be running red-black. One of the things I could be running at this point is red-green, but I decided to take the Towergeist because I think that, and there's also Wild Hunger in this pack. But I think that blue is really strong in Dark Ascension, Innistrad. There's so many cards in it that I like, and you guys will see I do manage to pick up a lot of them. But basically, at this point in the draft, I was thinking that Towergeist being passed to me 3rd was basically a really strong signal that I should be in blue. And it turned out not to be the case, but here's another unfortunate thing. So I took the Towergeist. I could have gone to red-green, and I think that may have been okay for my draft. But if I had taken that Wild Hunger, the last pick, instead, but it just put me in a different direction. So basically, there's a whole bunch of different. I take the Briar Pack Alpha again. Now I have 2 of them, plus a Towergeist and a Hellvault. So my first 4 picks are really strong. They're all blue-green, and that's basically what I decided to go into. I haven't really 100% decided, and then I think this pack is pretty bad. It's very weak, and it's super weak in green or blue, so I think I end up going for a different color card. I think I take the Midnight Guard here, because like I don't really want the Headless Scop. It's a 3/6, so that's not going to be great for me. And Curse of Echoes obviously is not a great card. There's Warden of the Wall, which is just alright, but nothing better than that. But anyway, I think I take the Midnight Guard here. So, as I was saying, I really like blue in this. It's got so much tempo, and like the fact that you can use Silent Departure and Griptide and Grasp of Phantoms, those 3 cards just make me happy. Plus Moon Heron, and there's just a lot of good cards. And then the rares are also good, but the rares in every color are good. And then here I get past a decently late Dawn Treader Elk, so I'm happy that I'm in green. I definitely think that green should have been one of my colors based on where I was placed, but there's still a ton of good red in this pack, which is funny. There's a Blood Feud and an Eerie Stalker. But you know, Dog Treader Elk is a very good card. It allows you to just sacrifice it and to go get a land. And then here is one of the latest fires that you'll ever see. And right here, like there was nothing really else in the pack that I wanted. I can't really see what that blue card is, but I don't think that it's that good. The green card is the flip Lampalt Elder, and I really hate Lampalt Elder. I hate running it. I think it's the worst of the flip werewolves, because while it has so much value when it's a 4/5 on the other side for 3 mana, it's ridiculously good. On the front side, it just does absolutely nothing for you. So I really don't like it. And here's another thing: is like a Bone Dash, Counterlash, and another terrible blue card in the pack. And then there's Altar of the Lost, and I just took the Fires of Undeath. And I was thinking maybe like I could find a way to incorporate that into my deck if I got a lot more flashback, but it didn't. And then really, these next 2 packs are what make my deck, or the next few packs are what make my decision to decide to see what deck I'm going to. I pick up the Screeching Scab, and then I pick up another Screeching Scab. I think I accidentally edited it out. Anyway, so I just picked up 2 Screeching Scabs right back to back. I do pick up my Archangel's Light here. It's $1. It's worth like $1. And it's interesting because by picking the 2 Screeching Scabs, it basically tells me, okay, I'm going to try to mill myself. I still don't have any ways to really benefit from being milled, other than like Archangel's Light, sort of. But Innistrad is where you find most of that stuff anyway. I take Curse of Echoes, like... You never know. Sometimes it's an interesting card. Most of the time, it's pretty terrible and limited. So there's that. But that's pretty much it for the first pack. So the cards of note are the double Briar Pack Alpha, the Tower Geist, the Hell Vaults, and then the double Screeching Scab that I picked up at the end was really clutch. I gained so much value from those, and then I just pick up a bunch of useless cards. And then there's Archangel's Light, which I'm thinking, alright, I'm going to be running a blue-green Mill Myself deck, hopefully to pick up a Spider Spawning, or a Kessig Cagebreakers, or something, just something to benefit from having so many creatures in the graveyard. And then there's this pack. This is pack 2, so now we're going to be passing the cards to the right. And this was really interesting, because there's 2 really good cards in this pack. One of them is Skursdag High Priest, which is a 1/2 for 3, or rather a 1/2 for 2, 1 in a black, and it has tap Morbid. So you can only activate this card if a creature died. The ability if a creature died that turn. Tap 2 untapped creatures you control, and you make a 5/5 demon. So once you drop that dude, he basically wins you the game, or like he very often wins you the game, I should say, rather. But there's the other card in the pack, which you guys are gonna see in a couple minutes how lucky I get with this card. But it's Silent Departure. Return target creature card to its owner's hand, and it has flashback for 5. So it's pretty much the best blue card in the set. And then this pack is really interesting. It's got an Armored Scab, a Geistcatcher's Rig, and a Scab Goliath, as well as maybe it's nothing. I don't know. Maybe those were the only cards of note. But anyway, I take Scab Goliath here because it's definitely something that I can benefit from milling myself with, and at this point in the deck, I'm not really sure if I'm going to find something like that. And then here is another amazing pack. There's Gavany Township, which obviously isn't going to be good for me. But then there's also Silent Departure, as well as Murder of Crows. But I take the Silent Departure pretty immediately. It's the best blue common in Dark Ascension Innistrad. And then this pack is also pretty loaded. I end up with the Cackling Counterpart, but there's also Slayer of the Wicked, Moon Heron, and I don't know. Forbidden Alchemy is another card that I would have liked in this deck. It really just helps you dig through your deck, as well as put some cards in the graveyard, so it's pretty interesting. And here it was really annoying. I really wanted a Think Twice for this deck. It's pretty much one of the best, another one of the really good cards that you can get. But there's also Grasp of Phantoms, which is just another amazing card for this kind of deck. It's got flashback, so that's cool. But the more relevant part is just its regular cost. And then there's this pack. I think I take the Claustrophobia out of it. I really should have taken the Undead Alchemist here. It's annoying because like it's such a weird and interesting card, and like if they're playing mill themselves, then they want it. But I don't know. I mean, I end up taking the Claustrophobia. So Claustrophobia is a really good card. It's a removal spell basically, but I mean, the general rule is that you want to take a bomb before a removal spell, so I could have taken Undead Alchemist. Anyway, if you don't know what Undead Alchemist does, it's a 4/2, and if it deals damage to a player, instead prevent that damage and put 2/2s, and mill the top of your opponent's library. And I take Moorland Taunt here. At this point, I'm like, perfect. I finally found the thing that I need to make this deck run. I'm just going to use that, and I'm going to mill myself, and then I'm going to start making 1/1 flyers. But anyway, basically, Undead Alchemist, if it mills them when it deals damage, and then if a creature gets milled, then you get to put a 2/2 zombie, and whenever any zombie you control deals damage, it mills them. So it can basically mill them out pretty easily. If I had taken him and then this Curse of the Bloody Tome instead of the Traveler's Amulet, but that was just perfect. I took Moorland Taunt, and then the next pick was Traveler's Amulet, so that was really nice because now I can easily splash white into this deck. And then it's just like, alright, I kind of want the Delver because I do have a bunch, but it's like Armored Scab. I do have a bunch of instants and sorceries with the Double Silent Departure and Grasp of Phantoms already. But anyway, that was pretty obviously Armored Scab, who is one of the best cards for this archetype. Then I take the Dream Twist just in case I don't really have enough guys who help me mill me. So I end up with enough, so I don't need to run it. But Dream Twist isn't the worst thing to do. And then I get past like another Cell of Occultist. So at the end of this pack, I got a lot of playable cards. I got Armored Scabs. I got a couple of Cell of Occultists. I got that Claustrophobia pretty late. Fretful Delusion second to last, which it's runnable, and then like an Urgent Exorcism, I think, as the last one. And then we're going to move on to the last pack. And I pretty much have most of the things that I need. The one thing that I was missing that I was really upset about was the Spider Spawning, and I don't end up with getting any Spider Spawnings. That's really the card that you want. Here's a Boneyard Worm in this pack, but hey guys, guess what? Third Silent Departure. So it's kind of nuts. I actually opened 2 Silent Departures, and that would have been really insane. I mean that's just really insane that I managed to get 3 Silent Departures in one deck. There is like the amount of Silent Departures that you would want in your deck ideally stops being good at like 10 maybe. I don't know. It's really an amazing card, and you almost always want it. And here's the second pack here, and there's a couple of cards that I need. I need Deranged Assistant, and I need Murder of Crows. Like, I really want both of them. I end up going with the Murder of Crows, but there's also a Gnawed of the Bone in this pack, and that's one of those cards that is just so good if you're running this kind of deck. And I end up not being able to wheel it. I was hoping that it would come back to me, but unfortunately that didn't happen. My friend 2 to my right picked it up. It was kind of late for him, but not that late. I don't know why that worked out the way it did, but it was unfortunate. And then here I get another Armored Scab, so that second Armored Scab is really something that I needed to help mill myself. But like, again, the problem with this deck is that I built such a good mill myself deck. It has so much milling capabilities and stalling capabilities that it's basically exactly what I want. But the only problem is I don't have anything in the deck to capitalize on the milling, and that's really where I lost most of that's where I went badly. I'm pretty sure that this was one of the better decks that I've built. Even with that flaw, it's a really amazing deck. Just because I got 3 Silent Departures, Cackling Counterpart, Claustrophobia, Murder of Crows, Elder of Laurels, and then I'll give it away. I did get a Stitch Drake a little later on, which is just another amazing card. And for some reason, I take the Lost in the Mist here over the Grizzled Outcast. I think Grizzled Outcast would have been a little better for the deck, but and then what do I get here? Oh my god, I didn't even see any of these Mulchers yet. I end up getting 2 Mulches, which are again another more amazing cards for milling myself, but there's just nothing to capitalize. I mean, I do have the Moorland Haunt, but the problem with running Moorland Haunt is I had run it in the first 2 matches that I had, but then for the third one I sided out, and ironically, whatever. But anyway, so Moorland Haunt is pretty good, but then I basically have to take out 3 of my other. There we go. I got Stitch Drake, which is so clutch. I really needed him. But Moorland Haunt, it makes me take out 3 of my other colored lands. So instead of running 17 lands that tap for colors that I approve of, green and blue, that is, I have to put in 2 planes and a Moorland Haunt. So it's, I don't know, maybe I could have ran 18 lands. I don't know, I didn't think of that. I had so many playables that I was not even thinking of cutting out lands. But I don't know. Maybe that would have been better if I had just ran 18 lands, and then I would have been happy. Moorland Haunt. But either way, I can't complain. This is definitely still one of the best decks I've built. There was a little mistake in our draft, and the pack that I opened, which contained the Boneyard Room, which I did end up getting back, somebody accidentally forgot to pass it. So then I get like 2 cards here, and then for some reason I get 2 last picks, but none of them are relevant. Curse of Oblivion and Kindercatch. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that video, and stay tuned for the videos where I'm actually going to post some gameplay. Oh, and also don't forget, Wednesday at 7 p.m. I'm going to be doing a Magic Online draft. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a nice day. Bye.